Okay, this will be a funny one. I've never seen one like this before. I found it on the ground. This is where I find a lot of these pieces of interesting material is on the ground. It's free and it's good for the planet. Just a tad reusing something for something good and then putting it in the rubbish bin or the recycle bin, where whatever's possible. It'd be nice if more of it could be recyclable. But let's see how we go. I think this piece might be recyclable plastic, I'm not sure. So we're going all the way here. This one's going to be an interesting one if we can make it come up nicely. It's not environmentally friendly because it's really like solid plastic and it's all decorated and really colourful and sparkly. It's not environmentally friendly when you think about it, but it looks nice in a demo. But we're hopefully going to dispose of it properly once I've done my dash with it. So I'm going to make it 200%. See how we go with this. We can make it look interesting, but I've never seen this before. It's called Icebreakers Mints. You can just see the hologram. It looks really nice. But, you know, this is not good for the planet, folks, to be honest. It's not good for the planet. It isn't, but this sort of shit looks really good. That's why the marketing team put it together like that, so people are more likely to buy it. Because they like the packaging. The packaging just jumps out, and people are so naive because so many normal people just get taken away by the advertising. And basically, yeah, they buy products that are really not good for the planet or even good for their own health. So, now that looks interesting. I think that looks good enough. A background colour maybe, or maybe not. Wondering if we're going to do another, or we're going to take this and throw it on the... I don't know, it's recyclable. It says PP, I think stands for polypropylene. So this can be recycled. I hope the lid can be recycled as well. Can't pull it apart, surely. We don't have to pull it apart. It's getting a bit ridiculous if we have to do that just to recycle this. But anyway, it's good that it's got recyclable label on there, because that's what I want to do with it, is to recycle it. After I've finished doing what I'm doing, that's where it's going to go, in the recycle bin, where it belongs. So I'm happy to do just a little bit of a good turn. Of course, it's really hard to live sustainably these days. Everything's wrapped in plastic. It's really difficult trying to avoid plastics. They're everywhere, and they just get shoved in your face all the time, and it's like, fuck, you know, how can I avoid this shit? So I wonder how big this one's going to be. So we're going to make it 117 for this. Now I'm just a bit itchy, folks, sorry. I just had to scratch myself. We're just going to check our settings, see what other settings we can put on this to make it look better. Thinking that should stay there. Let's see how the reproduction looks and the enlargement. But yeah, it's good if there was less plastic, you know, because sometimes, I mean, I'm a person who hates cooking and hates taking packed lunches. I don't have time to pack a lunch or to eat a breakfast on the go, so I tend to buy things that are simple to use, and then they're not always environmentally friendly, and that makes me feel ashamed of myself, because I'm not contributing to improving things. I'm basically a part of the problem, because I need this convenience food. I just don't have time in the morning. It's really tiring getting up at 5 in the morning, and you get up at 5 and then you're sort of fucked up, and you basically have no time. You got to get the bus that comes at 38 past 5, and sometimes it's early, and that makes it worse. So you sort of got all this, you got these time constraints and shit like that, or you're not a person who likes to cook, so you buy 2-minute noodles, which, hey presto, come wrapped in fucking plastic. So these convenience foods were wrapped in something biodegradable, like maybe cardboard or paper or some kind of paper that might have a bit like a paper cup sort of paper, with a bit of wax, as long as it can be recycled. It would be really good if these things could be wrapped in, of course, biodegradable materials. If they could be biodegradable, that would be really nice. And I should have made another copy. I'll just do it again. But if things could be all wrapped up in, now I've fucked up. I know what I've done. I was meant to change it to mirror image, so we're just gonna can the job. We fucked up, but basically, yeah, it would be nice if 2-minute noodles came in a biodegradable paper sort of wrapper, and then I wouldn't feel so ashamed. And I often eat noodles in a bowl, which contain, so I'm not perfect myself, folks. Styrofoam, there's polystyrene foam, and I don't like that fucking shit, but I just can't be bothered taking a packed lunch, like in containers. So I'm not perfect myself, folks. I'd like it if noodles in a bowl could come in a recyclable or better still, a biodegradable package, rather than being used styrofoam. Unfortunately, at my workplace, we don't have recycling facilities for other things, like paper and that. So that's why I'm thinking biodegradable, because where I work, we only have recycling for like tin cans, like for drink cans, but not plastics or anything else, which is a real shame. But that's where the big businesses could really help, is that if they decide to avoid using plastics, that'll make the job of people like myself a lot easier, and then I won't feel so ashamed that I'm fucking the planet myself. So I'm sorry, folks, I've let you down with that confession, but I hope in the future that one day the big companies will make it easier for us small people to do our bit, recycle it, refuse, reuse and recycle. That's pretty much what the 3 R's. I'm hoping in the future it'll improve, and when I get married, I'm not going to be having to go to work quickly and shit like that. It'll be good to have someone who can help it as well. Anyway, gotta go.